Hello guys, so welcome to KO tutorials. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see over here, we have almost done with the modeling of this particular modular kitchen over here. So few things are left out, then we'll start off with the texturing part. So let's take this shape over here for the lights. So I'll just go over here and I'll take this shape in this way and I'll end it. We can just make it straight if required, and let's give a lathe modifier. So I can just give a lathe modifier over here. Let's go into the line, go into the vertices, and I can just slightly push it in this way. So once it is done, convert to poly, select the border, right click, cap, or if you want you can just extrude it. Before we do this, over here I'll just resize it to very small. I'll push it up, drag it up if needed, right click, and let's give cap. So I'll just drag this a bit up and push it over here. And let's make a copy of it. So before that, now push this up, now we can slightly resize it if needed. Now what I can do is select the vertices, push it a bit down, and let's give a shell modifier. We can slightly reduce the amount. Okay, now I can just still you can reduce it if required. And convert to poly. Now I can just duplicate it in this way. So we do have a handle over here. Let's again take a box, convert to poly, and if you want you can slightly add a chamfer if needed. Push it up and drag it down. So I can again go over here, take a cylinder, and I'll drag this till here, convert to poly, alright. So let's start texturing this part, this kitchen. So I have taken some of this PBR over here. So let's go into this. We can first just save this. So that's the wooden floor. I'll just extract this texture over here. So I'll just copy this. Let's go into rendering, go into render setup, and I'll activate the Vray over here. Let's go, let's press M. Let's go into material editor. So let's activate the material editor over here. It's going to take time. So let's take a Vray material and let's rename this as floor over here. Let's take a bitmap. So I'll take this diffuse over here. So I can just copy this. Let's take diffuse over here and let's assign the diffuse texture. So now once you assign it, make sure what I can do is I can increase the tiling if needed. So we can increase the tiling over here. If I want to make it more smaller, I can go by 3 by 3, or 3 by 2 also I can keep over here. Again I'll go down and I'll take V-ray bump to normal and let's connect it to bump map. Again take a bitmap and let's take a normal map over here. So I'll connect it with a normal map. So once you connect it, similarly again I can go into this and say 3 by 2 over here for the normal map. We can assign a normal map. Also I can just rename this and let's give a bit of reflection over here slightly if required. Select this. We do have another wood texture over here. I'll again go over here, I'll go back. Let's just extract this. So we'll extract this two textures first. Let's see which is this. Okay, this is much better. So I'll copy this. Again I'll select this. Let's go into this. Let's take Vray material. And let's assign, again go over here and let's take a diffuse. Let's go into this. Let's take a bitmap over here. Let's go back into this and let's go into this new folder 2 over here and let's take this diffuse map over here. So let's just click on that and let's assign it. So we can just go over here and slightly I'll just add some reflections over here. I can slightly add some reflections if needed. I can just click OK over here. If you need more reflections, I can add more reflections. Again go over here. Let's take V-ray bump to normal similarly and let's connect it with a bump map, bitmap, and let's take this over here. Alright, so once you have assigned, let's go into this and let's give a UVW map. So we can just assign a UVW map. That looks much better now. We can give a UVW map. You can definitely change the colors, that's totally okay over here. Now what I'll do over here is like I'll just create a shader for all of this. Let's select this handles. Let's select this, all the handles. Also this knobs over here. Okay, not this, only the knobs. So once you have selected this all, okay, this is also left out. Let's go into material, and if we need we can assign a copper shader. Also we do have, we can also assign a kind of a bronze shader over here, that can be assigned. So let's assign a kind of a bronze shader. So for that what I can do is even you can go with some gold if required. So we do have gold shader as well. So mostly it looks like more of a gold only, but what we'll do, we can go with copper. So let's take Vray material, and let's name it as copper. So let's go into the diffuse and we'll give the color for this. For the copper, I'll assign some RGB values over here for the copper, and for the reflection we'll give some reflection values like this. So we do have some values for this, and let's click OK. Our glossiness I can slightly make it to 0.8. Fresnel IOR, I'll activate it. IOR, that's, I'll keep it as 10 over here. Max depth, I'll take it as 7, and let's assign this. So once you assign it, you see that the copper has been assigned. Let's save the file first. I'll just save the file first. I'll go into rendering, go into render setup. Go into render setup, and we do have this. I'll just add a GI over here. Let's activate the environment, and you can just render and see once how it looks like. Oops, I need to go into this. Let's give a white color, and let's render it once again. It's giving more of a greenish look. Okay, so we have to give a color to this as well. So for I'll just assign a white color to it. So slightly give reflections. Okay, so now we can just see how it's going to look like. Okay, much better. You can just zoom it on top of it, and you can just render this. So this is going to give you a copper look over here. Later on, if you want to smoothen it, you can smoothen this as well. Alright. Now let's select this part. So this is more of a chrome look, kind of a steel look. I can, if you want, I can assign a steel material as well to it. So how we can go with that? So let's just name it as steel or metal. You can just give the diffuse as black, and reflect values, I'll keep it till it's highly reflective, and our glossiness I'll just keep it to 0.86, and IOR, the values of IOR. So if you want more reflections, you can increase it. If you reduce this, the reflections will go off. So I can just increase this to 20 or 21 over here. That's it. So can just keep it as 6 and let's assign it, and let's see the render how it looks like. So as you can see, if you need less reflections, that can be reduced. How you can do it, if you think that it's becoming more reflective, I can slightly reduce it. So let's go into rendering, go into render setup. And over here, that's called local subdivisions. I'll activate this and we can increase this local subdivisions. Once you increase this local subdivisions, that's going to help you over here. So I'll go over here and make it as 32 over here, and you can render it again. Okay, so once it gets start rendering, it is going to give you a proper look over here. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So please like and subscribe my YouTube channel if you're not subscribed yet. So we'll continue the rest of the part in the coming tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.